Hello everybody, it's Bill's the College Football Guy here with another video. Sad day today, but gonna talk some college football. Alright, this is to be the stories of week 2. 10 games in total. 3 of them I'm making picks on because I put the post up, ask how many, and overwhelmingly, yes, we want you to make picks on 3 games. Okay? So those 3 will be the last. But we have 10 stories in total. 7 of them don't involve picks and 3 do. The picks ones, of course, will be last. So we're going to start this off. Oh boy. We're starting off with Kansas State at Arizona. K-State. Team's supposed to be doing real well in the Big 12, and now I'm wondering if they're going to do anything. I mean, Arizona is looking to try to go 3-0. And K-State loses this game and free falls to 1-3. That's going to be something. Now another one, speaking of a free fall, this one's not likely to happen. But New Mexico at UCLA. Oh boy. UCLA has not done well. The Nico, look, I've said it before. Tennessee fan. I'm a Tennessee fan, full disclosure. Those who've been watching the channel know I am one. And Nico had a tendency to sail his passes. Decision making wasn't the best. That's the truth. And I was hoping this was the year he was going to take that step forward. Okay, he goes to UCLA. Maybe he's making the step forward at UCLA. No, it's the same bad habits. And now you're facing New Mexico. It predominantly has a FCS roster. You're at home. Mexico comes to town to play you. You're at home. You should win this. But if New Mexico pulls off with Jason, I think it's Jason Eck, the primarily FCS roster, they beat UCLA at UCLA. I don't see it happening. But if it did, would Deshaun Foster get fired in the next 3 weeks? Just saying. Now we get into the games that are interesting ones for me. Clemson at Georgia Tech. This is a game that I would call a stumbling block for Clemson. Clemson wants to become back-to-back ACC champions. Georgia Tech has a nasty habit of screwing up people's plans. Like, oh, you think I'm going to do good? No, you're not. They just have a tendency of doing it. And beating Clemson right now, not people talking about this game. Georgia Tech, when they're underestimated, are very, very dangerous. And they're being underestimated in this game a little bit, especially by Clemson fans. Hopefully not by the Clemson players. Clemson players underestimate Georgia Tech. We got a major damn problem. But if Clemson wins, they're in great position. But if they stumble, oh boy, ACC just went a whole different world. Now we're going to talk I called it Wisconsin and Alabama game. I called it the battle of the 2 hot seats. Oh, no. The other one on the hot seat is Kalen DeBoer. Alabama looked like absolute crap against Florida State. Nobody's disputing that. If Bama blows out Wisconsin, you sure there won't be any little bit of smoke under Luke Fickell's seat? You sure? People have told me he can lose every game for the rest of the year. Right. He loses every game for the rest of the year, he's done. Nobody's gonna condone that. If not, the hot seat's going to be scorching by the time the season starts next year. So, put it to you simply for this. Luke Fickell's seat, I think it's hot. Wisconsin fans think it's not. One thing you can't dispute. Wisconsin goes into Tuscaloosa and beats Bama. Does Kalen DeBoer finish the year? Forget coach next year. Does he finish this year? All right. Next, we're talking. We're a little bit out of order here. Texas State at Arizona State. Arizona State stunk up the joint last week. absolutely stunk up the joint against Mississippi State. Texas State 2-0. This is their first real test. Arizona State is coming pissed, especially Sam Levitt, who played poorly in that game. Can Arizona State get themselves on the right way? Because if they do, okay, they beat Texas State, they're going on. They lose to Texas State. How much turmoil is there in the Big 12? Like, seriously. Texas State will have gone. Arizona State, oh boy, and you lose at home? I'm not saying it's going to happen. Could Texas State go 3-0? That's a story for me. All right. One of the games that was on the content, we had two games here who just missed the list of getting broadcast on here. Sunbelt Billy, oh yes. Florida and LSU. The chance for fire Billy Napier, fire Sunbelt Billy. No, actually, nobody's saying fire Sunbelt Billy. In fact, everybody who's not a Florida fan, who's in the SEC, says, no, give him a lifetime extension. We want him to stay. Billy Napier's a great coach. Don't fire him. No, please. Keep him around. We're terrified of him. I had a troll. Give me a break. All right. But seriously. And Brian Kelly, the LSU head coach, came out to defend the hate going toward Billy Napier. Okay, I get it. I get that. What would be the most Sunbelt Billy thing to do? What's he done every year? Won a game he shouldn't have. Go into Death Valley and beat LSU. How bad or quickly would Brian Kelly be on the skewers because you defended this guy and he went in and beat us in our building? What's wrong with you? If Florida does win, LSU, what the blue hell? All right. Now, another one that just missed. The backyard brawl, Pitt at West Virginia. Pitt looking to go 3-0 in the year. West Virginia looked like slow crap against Ohio. Let's just say it like it is. They did not look good. Pitt's coming in. West Virginia's at home. But playing Pitt, that doesn't mean nothing because Pitt's won there before. I think Pitt has the edge, but the fact is that Pitt walks in thinking, hey, we lost to Ohio, we got this. You walk in overconfident, they'll beat you. Because West Virginia, how could they right the ship? Win the backyard brawl. They lose this. This is Rich Rod's first year. Understand? This is Rich Rod's first year. He doesn't have his people on that roster. There's going to be stumbling blocks. Okay? So, but Rich Rod loses. They won't fire him, but there's going to be questions. West Virginia wins. What's going on? The Big 12 truly has become a pinball machine. You don't know it from down week to week. All right, now for the 3 games that got picked. Number 1. When Carson Beck went to Miami, you honestly think the fact that the first serious game he's going to have to worry about after playing Notre Dame was going to be another ranked opponent? South Florida? South Florida being ranked was not on my radar, was not on my college football scorecard anywhere. Anywhere. No, none. So, does anybody, I didn't have it. Here's the thing about this, okay? Miami is a $12.5-point favorite. Some spots have him as a 17.5-point favorite. One has 19.5. This team, Miami, looks amazing. South Florida is already playing with house money. That's scary because you're 2 weeks into the year, you've already exceeded expectations, and you're already playing with house money. They're dangerous to everybody to worry about, but this game right here is that it's just, for the fact that simply to me, actually I wrote down the note, it actually is 17.5 primary as the time recording this. Miami, should they beat South Florida? Yes. Will they cover the spread? Consider, here's one little fact. Are there going to be more South Florida fans or Miami fans in Hard Rock? Because I'm beginning where there's going to be more South Florida fans because nobody from Miami shows up. So I'm going to be a little bit of a surprise here. I'm going to take South Florida in the points. I think Miami's going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover. I think South Florida and Byron Brown will do it just enough to screw them up, where Miami will win, but they're not going to cover. That's just what I'm saying. All right, second game on the list. Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Notre Dame a 6.5-point home favorite. Carr played pretty good in his first game, and he's looked good against Miami. He's had his innings on there. This is his second game. So Notre Dame didn't play last week. So they played Miami, and now they're playing with a bye week, and now they're playing A&M at home. They got 2 weeks to get ready. So Carr's 2 weeks at home getting ready to play these guys. Now, is CJ Carr for real? Is Marcel Reed and the crew ready to play in South Bend? This is the question here. How's the defense is going to look on both sides of the ball? I like A&M's defense. Notre Dame's defense can be good too. They weren't exactly, a lot of things happened there. They didn't exactly, Miami didn't exactly line the floor with them. So 6.5-point favorite for Notre Dame. You know what? Give me A&M in the points. I think this is going to be a field goal game, and I think Notre Dame's going to win at home. But I don't think they're going to win by a touchdown. I think it's going to be less than that, even less than 6.5. So give me A&M in the points, but I think Notre Dame's going to win. So I'm taking that one. And last but not least, by far, I didn't vote, by far, the most requested pick, Georgia at Tennessee. Georgia offense with Gunnar Stockton didn't look too well against Austin Peay, but they were out Georgia was out 2 starters on the offensive line. Can understand that. So things didn't work well. Tennessee was out a starter against East Tennessee State and gave up a lot of points. Well, East Tennessee State scored on your defense. They did. Because both of our starting corners were out at Tennessee. And they're out for the Georgia game. Both starting corners will not play in the Georgia game. They might not be ready for week 5. So you have a Georgia offense that's worse than last year, going up against a Tennessee defense that's a little bit worse than last year. You have a Tennessee offense, which is a little bit better than last year, going against a Georgia defense who's almost as good, maybe a hair less than last year's team, but still a damn good defense. Can Georgia's defense keep the Tennessee offense in check long enough to let Gunnar Stockton get the win? This is a field goal game. Either way, it's going to be a field goal game. 3.5, too much. Give me Tennessee in the points. Tennessee could win outright. I still think Georgia's going to win it. And probably Tennessee having the lead and Georgia ripping their heart out and kicking a field goal and kneeling late to win it. I mean, does Tennessee have a shot realistically? The last time that Tennessee won was in Athens, 2016. That was Josh Dobbs throwing to Jawan Jennings in the end zone on the Hail Mary to win the game. Do they have a chance to win it again? They have a chance. And Joey Aguilar's playing better than he has, but the problem is you haven't beat Georgia since 2016. prove to me you can. You've beaten Bama twice in the last 3 years. Now you're facing them again. Third different quarterback. Like I said, I'll take Tennessee in the points. It's going to be a field goal game. Maybe less than a field goal. Georgia probably will win it. I hate saying that as a Vols fan. But until you prove to me you can win against them, I can't do it. I can't do it. So we're going to see. This is going to be some damn good games. But I'm done up running my mouth. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. Again, thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, do me the favor, smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. Helps the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. All right. Two things. One, actually two things. So one, first off, I'm going to redo my picks and just announce them again. South Florida at Miami. Miami is minus 17.5. I'm taking South Florida in the points. Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's minus 6.5. I'm taking A&M in the points. And Georgia at Tennessee. Georgia's minus 3.5. I'm taking Tennessee in the points. I'm taking all the dogs. But all three games, I think the favorite's going to win. I just don't think the favorite's going to cover. That's I'm putting that out there. Second thing is, what game are you looking forward to the most? And also, of all the games that you see on the schedule, does it have to be one of these? It can be any game on the schedule. Who's most likely to get upset? Who's going to pull an upset? Who's going to do that? Who's going to do anything and screw everything up and end up on, and the school that loses is going to end up on what? The blue hell. Who's that going to be? Let me know in the comments. Share the video if you want to. If you haven't done it already, check out some of the other videos that I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 2K, trying to make some magic happen. If you want to follow me on X, the link is in the description. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Everybody's having a great evening. I got to get this uploaded so that way you guys can watch it in time. So thanks everybody. Keep your family safe. And please, be good to each other.